Shalom. Praise to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and a sincere salutation to the Aki, to all the Aki, pushing his truth throughout the four corners of the earth, waking up the hopefully elect. Coming at you another lesson, a quick lesson, Lord willing, if I will. The curses of Israel as at this day. Okay, the Lord put curses on us. This is how we know who we are according to the scriptures. Okay, because the only ones that was cursed was the 12 tribes of Israel because of not following the law, statute, judgment, commandments of the Most High Yahawah. Okay, so these curses only pertain to the 12 tribes of Israel. But he say he's going to put these curses on all our enemies as well. So going right into it, this is Leviticus, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of thy Lord Yahawah thy power, to observe, and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord Yahawah thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahawah thy power. Verse 3. Blessed shall thou be in the cities, and blessed shall thou be in the field. Verse 4. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Verse 5. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy stores. Verse 6. Blessed shall thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shall thou be when thou goest out. So it don't matter what you're doing, man. Okay? You are going to be blessed continually. Now this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. It say, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahawah thy power, to observe to do all the commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Verse 16. Cursed shall be thou in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy stores. Cursed shall be thy fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. So if you didn't listen, you are going to be cursed continually and not prosper. Okay? Now, this is Joshua chapter 1, verse 8, and it reads, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do accordingly to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Okay, this is what the Most High say if you follow the laws. Now, if you don't, I'm going to start with Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 36. These are the curses that happen to our people for not following the law, statutes, judgment, and commandments of the Most High. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 36. And it reads, the Lord Yahawah shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, upon a nation, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy father have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. Okay, and that's talking about all these other false gods, these churches. These churches are built from wood and stone. Okay, and he tell you in Acts 7:48 that he dwelt not in the temple made with hand. And all these churches was created by man's hand. Okay, wood and stone. Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord Yahawah shall lead thee. Okay, and a proverb or byword is spit. Okay, they call from the Native Americans to the Latinos to the Negroes, the so-called Negro, the so-called Native American, and the so-called Latinos, they call us porch monkeys, spics, savages, coons, spooks. Okay, those are proverbs and bywords. Niggas, okay, Negroes, Native Americans, okay, Hispanics, or Latino. Them are proverbs and bywords. Porch monkeys, spooks, spigs, savages, coons, wetbacks. Those are all proverbs and bywords, okay? It say verse 30. I'm gonna start at verse 40. No, Salakia. I'm gonna go to verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Okay? They shall go into captivity, man. And when we had kids on the plantation, they went straight into slavery soon as they were able to walk, man. Okay? And the others was fed to alligators, man. They used them as alligator bait. This is what they did to our children, man. Okay? It was because the Lord put it in all their power to do whatever they want to do to us because we were under the curses. Okay, verse 43. It reads, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. And that's what happened, man. Okay, they rose up higher and higher, man. Verse 44, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. And that's going on right today, man. Okay, they are the head, man. We are the tail. They lend to us, man, with their banks. Okay, but we can't lend none to them, man, because we don't have nothing. But that shows you who this is talking about. It's our enemy, man. We shall sow them to the hand of our enemy. Okay, and they shall lend to us, and we shall not lend to them. They shall be the head, and we shall be the tail. Now, I'm going to get this real quick. This is a precept to that. This is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse I'm going to start at verse 15. It said, the ancient and honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teaches lies, he is the tail. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 15. The ancient and the honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teaches lies, he is the tail. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Okay? So they the head and we the tail, man. And they destroying us. Man, how they destroying our people? Through the prophet, man. Okay? Who teaches lies, man. And they set them up through the 501c3, man. So that's how our people destroyed, through Roman Catholicism, man. Being Baptist or Methodist or Pentecostal or Jehovah's Wickedness. Okay? So going back, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28. Read that again, verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Okay? They control everything, man. Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. And they killed us, man. And we worked till we was dead, man. Till we died in the field working, man. Picking cotton or picking whatever, man. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahawah thy power, to keep his commandment and his statutes which he commanded thee. And the main thing, man, is knowing that name, Yahawah, man. Okay? And Moses asked him his name, he told him, I am that I am. Okay, when you look up I am in the Hebrew, man, it's higher, a higher. But that's not his name, man. Okay? That is not what we're supposed to call him. He told Moses in the next verse, moreover, tell him the Lord has sent you. This is my name forever. Lord in all caps mean Yahawah, man. And that's the problem with our people, man. They don't want to call on the true power of their name, okay? The Most High name, Yahawah, and his son, YAHAWASHI, man. Verse 46, it reads, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Okay, these curses going to be on us forever, man. Till the Lord said he's going to take them off us and put them on our enemies. Verse 47. Deuteronomy 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord Yahawah, thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Okay, if you go to Google, man, and punch in yoke of iron, that's all you got to put in. The image is gonna come up of so-called Jakes, so-called Negro with yokes of iron on their neck. Okay, not the so-called white man, the so-called Negro man. Okay, let me read this again, man. This is a major prophecy, man. This is one of the major curses that was put on us, man. Verse 48. Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord Yahawah shall send against thee. Okay, it said your enemies, man. Your enemies. Our people been fell asleep, rocked to sleep through Roman Catholicism, man. And you forgot who your enemies are, man. It said, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord Yahawah shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. Meaning you got to go to him for your food, your clothes, your shelter, your transportation, man. Everything. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And man, people had to work with them yokes of iron on their neck, man. With that weight, all that weight on their neck, man, until they were destroyed, man. Verse 49. The Lord Yahawah shall bring a nation against thee from far. And where did they come from, man? Afar, man. When they came and got us from Africa, man. When the Hamites sold us to them for muzzle-loading guns and rum, man. Cheap rum and wine. Watered down wine and rum, man. Okay? And how they come over here and get the Native American energy, man? Where they came from afar, man. Okay? Okay, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. And that is their logo, man. All through history, man. Okay, the Greeks, Alexander, man, had an eagle on his breastplate, man, when he was warm, man. Okay, the Romans had the eagle, man, for their logo. North America has the eagle, man, on their post box, man. Okay, on their mail trucks, man. This is their symbol. This is a code to show you that who's in power, man, our enemy. It reads, as swift as the eagle flyer, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Okay, a nation whose language you shall not understand. And we didn't know their language. That's why they beat it into us, man. And they show you in the movie Roots how they beat their language into Kunta Kinte, man, and all the other people that was on the plantation, man. Okay? And when you read Psalm 83, it breaks that down and show you that in Psalm 83, man. Okay, this is Deuteronomy 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the persons of old, nor show favor to the young. Okay? They didn't care if we were old or young, man. They didn't show no favor, man. Okay? They destroyed the young, the old, the men, the women, and the children, man. Okay? It reads, and he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, nor wine, nor oil, or the increase of thy kind, or flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee. Okay? And that's everything, man. They took everything. Why you think they are filthy rich right now, man? Okay, they controlled everything. And they got their riches from selling us on stocks, man, on Wall Street, man. Okay, at stocks and bonds, man. They cast lots for all our people, man. That's Joel, the 3rd chapter. This is verse 52. Now I'm going to jump down to verse 54. And it reads, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of thy bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. And that's why you got so many baby mamas, baby daddies. Okay, they ain't in the household. Kids growing up without the father, only the mother. Because it's a curse, man. It is a curse. I'm going to read this again. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Okay? So the Lord did these curses, man. Verse 55. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children, whom he shall eat, because he have nothing left in him in the siege. And that happened during 70 AD, man. Okay? When they took down Jerusalem, man. You can read that in Kings. They tell you how the women, okay, were eating their children, man. Okay? This is verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which will not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil towards her husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. So the same thing with the woman, man. That's why you got a lot of men taking care of kids and the woman gone, man. Verse 57, and toward her young one that come out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee in thy gates. Okay, and that happened during 70 AD, man. Okay, and that happened during other times too as well, man. During all our captivity, man. And wasn't no food, man. So jumping down to verse 58, Deuteronomy 28, verse 58. If thou would not observe to do all the words of the law, okay, that's how you know the law is not done away with, man. And I just did a lesson about that, man. Okay, and to tell you in 1 John, there's no new commandment I give to thee, but of an old, man. That's 1 John 2 and 7. Okay, Romans 3 and 31, man. Okay, this is Deuteronomy 28, verse 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, it say the Lord thy power, man. The Lord in all caps is YAHAWAH, man. It ain't Jehovah. It ain't Yahweh. It ain't God. It say the Lord thy God. So why does it say the Lord thy God? It say YAHAWAH thy power, man. God means power, judge, angels, Elohim. Okay? God just a title, man. It say, let me read this again, man. It say, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, I tell you, man, it say till the end forever, man, that thou mayest fear the glorious and fearful name. Okay, the Lord is a terrible power, man. He's an awesome, terrible power, man. It say, the Lord thy God, meaning YAHAWAH thy power, man. Then the Lord, this verse 59, then the Lord would make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sickness, and of long continuance. Meaning, man, it's going to be forever till he take them off us, man. And we still got these curses on us as at this day. Verse 60, moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou was afraid of. And that what the Passover was about, man. Okay, he did all those diseases, man. The major one was the passing over of that death angel, man, who went through and killed all the firstborn of Egypt, man. Okay, it say, verse 60, and moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou was afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Verse 61, also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of the law, them will the Lord YAHAWAH bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. Okay, Verse 62, and ye shall be left few in number, whereas you were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of the Lord, Yahweh thy power. Okay? He said you shall be left few in numbers, man. Few in numbers. I'm going to read this. This is Baruch, which is also King James Bible. Okay, they took it away because it revealed too much, as I keep saying. This is Baruch, chapter 2, verse 29. It says, if ye would not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. Okay? It say a small number, man, just as I just read to you. I'm going to read it again. Verse 62. And ye shall be left few in numbers, whereas you were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power. And I just read to you in Baruch, man. That's how you know this apocrypha go hand in hand with these scriptures that's in this Bible, man. Which the apocrypha is the Bible, man. Okay. This is verse 63. And it shall come to pass that as the Lord Yahweh rejoice over you to do good and to multiply you, so the Lord Yahweh will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. And ye shall be plucked from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. Verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone. Okay? You shall be scattered amongst the face of the four corners of the earth, man, but not following these laws. I'm going to get this real quick. This is James. If I can find it real fast. This is James chapter 1, verse 1. And it reads, James, a servant of God and of the Lord YAHAWASHI Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Okay? To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. The Lord just read to you. I'm going to read it again. In Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone. To let you know, man, that we were scattered, man. Okay? Throughout the whole planet, man. Verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eye and sorrow of mind. Okay? You're going to always be trembling in heart, man, and sorrow of mind, man, failing the eyes, because we don't have no Savior to redeem us, man. We have been destroyed continually, man. And we have been out through captivity for over 2,000 years, man, and counting, man. Through all these different 18 nations on the earth. Israel making one nation. All 17 nations had us in captivity, man. Okay? At some point in time in history, man. We have been slaving our entire time, man. Okay? Not following the laws of the Lord, man. We have been in captivity forever, man. And our people still won't hearken to the voice of the Lord and turn back, man. Okay, verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life. Okay, it said your life shall hang before you, man. Okay, and I'm going to get this, man, because I just read that. This is Galatians. This is Galatians chapter 3, verse 3. And it reads, Galatians chapter 3, verse 13. It reads, Hamashiach hath redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us, for it is written, Cursed is everyone that hangeth on a tree. Okay? It said Christ, Hamashiach, has redeemed us from that curse, man. It said curse is everyone that hangeth on the tree, man. That's Galatians 3 and 13, man. Now, it just said curse is everyone that hangeth on the tree. And I'm going to read this again, man. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life. But we still don't have no assurance of our life right now today, man, because we are still getting slaughtered, okay, by the enemy, man. Police gunning us down in the streets, man. We don't got no weapons on us, man. We got cell phones, man. Okay, candy bars and whatever, man. No weapons. And we still getting gunned down, man. Getting pulled over by ESAU. Okay, ESAU, EDOM. And we still getting gunned down in the cars, man. Putting out your driver license, man. And insurance, you're getting shot up. So we still don't have no assurance of our life right this day, man. Verse 67. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even? And in evening thou shalt say, would God it were morning? For the fear of thy heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, for the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see. Okay? So, man, it was so bad, man. It's still so bad right now, man. You just, when it's morning, man, you want to be night, man. When it's night, you want to be morning, man. Because you know the Lord got to come back and redeem his people, man. Which he is, the elect. The rest of you 2/3 going to be killed on this side, man. Through famine, pestilence, martial law, race riot. Okay, them ICBM missiles, man. And them chariots are going to be destroyed. Verse 68, and this is the main prophecy of this curse that we know. These curses only happen to the 12 tribes of Israel. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now, for you ones that don't understand, Egypt means bondage. And I'm going to prove that. This is Exodus chapter 20. I'm going to start at verse 1. And it reads, and God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord, Yahawah, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Okay? Out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Egypt means bondage. Okay? They just broke it down for you plain right there. So it reads, Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and we shall not see what? Our land again, man. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Okay? You shall be sold to your enemies, man. To your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Now, to back that up, I'm going to end it with this verse. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 3. And it reads, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boyfriend harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they may drink. Okay? Verse 5 says, because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. And the Most High considers the 12 tribes of Israel his silver and his gold, man. Okay? So you have taken my silver and my gold. Okay? Now I'm going to end it on this verse. This is Daniel chapter 9 and starting at verse 12. And it reads, and he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us. Because in Judges, man, we had to be saved numerous of times. They say, by bringing upon us a great evil, for under the whole heaven have not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem. And Jerusalem represents the whole 12 tribes of Israel, man. Okay? Verse 13, as it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us, yet made we not our prayer before the Lord Yahweh our power, that we may turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth. And we still haven't turned as it is this day. Verse 14, therefore hath the Lord Yahweh watched upon the evil and brought it upon us, for the Lord Yahweh our power is righteous in all his works which he doeth, for we obeyed not his voice. Still at this day, we still won't listen to what the Most High have said through his prophets. So the curses are still on us as at this day. But he said he's going to take the curses off us and give them to our enemy. Matter of fact, I'm going to get that. Okay. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30. I'm going to end it on this because overall, this is going to happen to our enemies. The same thing that happened to us, which he said, the cup that we drunk, they shall drink double of what we had. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And they shall return and obey the voice of the Lord, and do all his commandments which I commanded this day. Okay? Deuteronomy 30 and 7. It say, and the Lord Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So the same thing that we had to go through, man. They're going to drink of that cup. He said double, man. Okay, double unto them, man. And that's in Revelation, man. Okay? It's in Revelation and it's also in Jeremiah, man. He said they should drink a double cup of what we had to drink. So for that, man, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing his word and believing his truth in faith and sincerity. Shalom. Lord willing, this will edify.